Okay, so I was trying to get work done in the yard, but I was listening to this latest video or this latest press conference with the president trying to address the nation in regards to coronavirus, and he's having to deal with this press corps. These are our representatives. These are our voice to the president, and it's an absolute crying shame. They're absolutely wanting to keep the country shut down. Can I just point out the press is still going? The press is still going. In this press conference, while they're absolutely giving the president hell for trying to, seemingly in an orderly and healthy manner, trying to allow states to call their own shots, which is what he's supposed to do. He's not a dictator after all. I didn't think they wanted him to be, but apparently the press wants Trump to be a dictator now. So they want him to keep states closed down. And in the same press conference, they said, we have to keep immigration going. They're upset with him for not closing down the states, but they're upset with him for trying to close down immigration. So let me get this straight. If the disease is such a big problem that we have to shut everything down, except the press and all these other pet little places that they like, Planned Parenthood and places like that, they get to keep going, and everything is shut down, but we got to keep immigration going. Now, how does that make sense health-wise? It doesn't, and that's the problem. These people are evil. There's no other way. They're being led. I don't know how else to. I don't know what else to say about this. This doesn't even make logical sense. I mean, the last video that I did was about how they are absolutely in love with the idea of this vaccine, which we don't even know anything about this vaccine. They're absolutely pushing this fear over hydroxychloroquine, which has been out for 40 years. And it's such a stark contrast. Either you're for your doctor making a decision, which is what they say when it comes to abortion. Now they're pushing this narrative that, you guys can't make a decision about whether or not you want this certain treatment for a disease that they say is just this nightmare that we're all supposed to shut the country down for. And meanwhile, again, it's not a nightmare where we have to shut down immigration. So just anybody, strangers, we don't know who they are. On the one hand, they're complaining that not enough people have been tested, but then they want to just open the borders. How does this make any sense at all? The nation is in deep trouble. And it has nothing to do with the virus. It has nothing to do with the virus. It's about the people who are pushing this narrative. And they're going to destroy this whole country. They're going to destroy it if we're not careful. They don't have the right to do this. Government does not have the right to make people, free people, it's unfree, to strip them of everything that makes them free for their own good because of some disease. Because the elites, the know-it-alls, the people who say they're the experts, their numbers change every day. Everything keeps changing. They disagree with each other. They contradict each other. They contradict themselves day to day. Why are we supposed to keep believing these people anymore? And if somebody like me says something, if I put this on YouTube, I wonder if it'll get the corona, sticker or whatever, so that, just trying to scare people. I'm all for being healthy. Everybody should be healthy, but dang it, we need to be free. And we can't keep doing this. We can't keep letting these idiots, these people who parade around like they know what they're talking about when they clearly don't. I mean, the same people who say that they're interested in our health are upset because Trump wanted to do something about who? The World Health Organization that in January said we couldn't even share this amongst humans? They had one job to do and they couldn't do it. So they're in and out of making decisions when it comes to what's best for our health. So what criteria are they using to push the narratives? And it's scary when you start really thinking about this. I mean, they're putting all this pressure on these governors. And these governors are, the media is just all over them. Oh my gosh, the governor of Georgia, he's going to cause people in South Carolina to get this. Social shaming on this particular issue is absolutely out of control. You know what? This is so ridiculous. The people who are running their mouth, telling people what they should be doing or shouldn't be doing, aren't experts. Nobody's experts. The experts don't know what they're talking about. And we're supposed to shut down the whole nation except for this, get going. They get to choose, that gets going. Immigration keeps coming. I mean, just step back and think about what these people are selling us. It's absolute trash. They're going to take the whole nation down. We have to start the country again. Look, the press is still going. Isn't it interesting that they can say everybody just, the people who have lost their job, the people who have lost their livelihood, no, let's not let them get it back yet. Meanwhile, these reporters still get to keep their job. Now, for me personally, I haven't lost anything. My job's still good. So it's not personal for me. But I care about people. And apparently the reporters don't. They sit there and they say that they care about people's health, but their agenda is so despicable, so evil. I mean, how do these people, who's pushing this narrative that we've got saddled over top of us, that's forcing all these governors into this fearful state where they can't make a decision to get back to life? I mean, think about this for a minute. They're talking about this in regards to, first of all, it's the coronavirus, which means it's basically a cold. Now, I'm not diminishing the severity of it, okay? Fine. It can kill a certain amount of people. We don't know how much. It's unclear. I'm not saying it's not a serious thing. I'm not saying we shouldn't be taking an issue with it. But what I'm saying is this. We have to deal with the cold too. It's a part of life. So let me ask a question here that everybody's thinking. Is this the new normal? Because you hear people saying that. So what are we going to exchange? Is this how this is going to work? Where we look to our masters above us and say, oh, can we come outside today, master? I mean, is that how this is going to work? Is it free? Is it corona free? What kind of mask should I wear? Are we waiting for Mr. Trump to buy us ventilators to go somewhere in a warehouse before we can step outside? I mean, you see how stupid this is? I mean, their panacea is this mythical vaccine that's on its way. I ain't taking that thing. I ain't taking the vaccine. And are they going to try to force it on people before you can deal in regular life? Before you can just be a human, to be an American? Is that what's going to happen? They're going to force this vaccine on us? Because let me tell you something. I don't take the flu vaccine either. And I can't tell you the last time I had the flu. But I hear people who take the flu vaccine get flu. We haven't stopped the flu. So is this going to be a seasonal occurrence? This is the problem that we have. This can't be the new normal. The people have to stand up at some point. They have to back these governors who are wanting to get life back to normal, and they have to stop listening to this idiotic press and these stupid experts who don't know what the crap they're talking about. We have to take a stand at this point. We flattened the curve, or whatever the heck that means. It's over. It's time to get back to life.